It is Friday, the 16th day of May 2025. Good evening and welcome to Newswatch and Hope TV, the station where you look and live. On today's segment of Today's Conundrum, we take a look at the rising attacks on politicians. Is it a grim wake-up call for Kenya's security apparatus, or what are the underlying causes of violence against the honorable members of society? Stay tuned for that on this news bulletin. But first, let's take a look at the day's news. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Sitam Valley Road today became a hub of inspiration and collaboration as families gathered for the highly anticipated Family Symposium organized by the Kenya Christian Professionals Forum, KCPF, and the African Christian Professionals Forum, ACPF. The theme of this year's symposium was promoting and protecting family values in challenging times, reflecting the urgent need to address the evolving social and cultural challenges that families face today. Our reporter Dolly Mirigi Mbuvi tells us more.
The Family Symposium held at Sitam Valley Road in Nairobi saw participants attend from various parts of the country. The atmosphere saw families, professionals, faith-based institutions and community organizations come together to share their experiences and insights. Keynote speakers emphasized the importance of faith as a cornerstone in nurturing resilient family structures, sharing practical tools that families could implement to strengthen their relationship amid societal pressures.
Children are learning even when parents are not teaching. In a fallen world, we cannot avoid getting hurt, but we can choose how to handle it. As we go through this session, I trust we will make some good choices. In John 16:33, the Lord says, "In the world you will have trouble, but take heart, I, the Lord, has overcome."
I also want to thank the KCPF for this plan, because the family is the way to go, and this is something that is fighting a lot of fight from the evil one, and the only thing to do is such teachings will help us keep our homes well. That was against the families, and especially the youth today. What is happening that
networking opportunities were evident throughout the day. Participants exchanged contact information and ideas, fostering connection that would extend beyond the symposium, with some experiencing gratitude to being part of a community that values family integrity and support.
One of my biggest take-home is being able to preserve, protect and promote the order and the design of God in the family. What is that design looking like? The design is to have the woman and the man honor God as their supreme, as their highest order.
According to Sitam presiding Bishop Kalis Tudede,
My joy.
The emphasis of the symposium is to bring families together, as this is crucial in our daily society.
The family, and we do believe that the family is important right from conception up to death, natural death. And in between there are many issues that the family passes through. We're looking at all those issues, including bringing about the right kind of balance in terms of gender as God created us in the Bible. And so what we are looking at are areas to deal with abortion, areas to deal with proper gender issues as biblically presented, and we are also looking at raising a family in a manner that will honor and bring glory to God in the final end.
The Family Symposium proved to be more than just an event. It was a movement towards reinforcing godly values within families during challenging times.
In a fallen world, we can't
Dolly Murikimbuvi for Hope TV.
can choose how to handle it.
Muirigi for that report. Philip Aroko, a key suspect in the murder of Kasipul Member of Parliament Charles Were, has been released on a cash bail of 300,000 shillings by the JKIA law courts. Principal Magistrate Irene Gishobi imposed strict conditions, including surrendering his passport, a ban on visiting Homa Bay, and no contact with co-suspects or the victim's family. Aroko is also barred from interfering with evidence and must report regularly to investigators. The prosecution had sought to detain him for 7 more days, citing the high-profile nature of the case and ongoing investigations. Aroko, a businessman, is one of 11 suspects under investigation. The case will be mentioned again on June 3rd, 2025.
So that I cannot be in a position to move outside. Your Honor, me running away from this is like saying the former Deputy President Gachagua running away from Kenya. It is not possible with me. Your Honor, I want justice for myself and for my friends and family, those who are supporting me.
I will allow the applicant to continue with their investigations so far as the respondent before court is concerned. However, the same will continue when he is not in custody unless he is unable to meet the following conditions. 1. The respondent to deposit a cash bail of 300,000 shillings with 2 contact persons, one of whom must be a close blood relative. 2. The respondent to deposit his passport with the court pending the currency of this matter.
Mumias East Member of Parliament Peter Salasia has alleged that he was abducted and assaulted by unknown individuals while traveling along the Isiolo-Nanyuki highway near the Kisima area. The legislator claims the attackers, who allegedly posed as officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations DCI, intercepted his convoy, fired at his vehicle and disarmed his security detail. According to Salasia, several vehicles blocked his convoy and the assailants shot out all the tires of his car before forcibly taking him to an undisclosed location despite his attempts to escape. The incident reportedly occurred as the Member of Parliament was returning from political engagements in Meru and Isiolo en route to Nanyuki for a series of meetings. Police have denied involvement in the incident and say investigations into the matter are underway. The Council of Governors has backed ongoing reforms in the sugar sector, including the government's move to lease 4 state-owned sugar factories to the private sector. They stressed that the reforms should not be politicized and are crucial for revitalizing the sector for farmers and the economy. Meanwhile, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe, during an engagement forum in Mombasa, defended the leasing strategy, highlighting that it generates over 14 billion shillings annually, benefiting farmers and improving factory operations. CS Kagwe reaffirmed the government's commitment to food security, productivity and farmer empowerment, calling for continued innovation and collaboration to build a resilient agricultural economy.
As a council, we support the leasing and privatization of sugar companies, public sugar companies. And it's for a very simple reason. We see a privately managed and run sugar company making huge profits. And within 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers of that company, there is a public company, a public sugar company, making hefty losses year in, year out, soaking up taxpayers' money. If we have appreciated that private management of those sugar companies is what will turn them around and bring in efficiency, why block government?
And this is a stark reality. That's where you are starting from. On the basis of that very graphic picture that anybody can see, on the basis of that, Parliament debated this matter. It is not a yesterday matter. Parliament debated this matter and debated, should we sell these sugar factories or should we lease these sugar factories? It was agreed by Parliament that what we should do is lease these sugar companies. On the basis of that understanding, stakeholders were called, public hearings were called, people were engaged, and I can say this with a firm, without any shadow of doubt, for reason that we have even got people here, Governor Lusaka, who come from that region and were there during those public hearings and consultations.
Now take a short break. We have more coming up. Stay tuned.
Join Joseph Njuguna this Sunday for a moment of worship on Ultimate Worship. From 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and repeat from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes, His word is yes. His word is yes. And amen, oh yes.
Hope TV, look and live.
Oh yes. Oh, His word is yes.
Okay. Planning is very key. Planning makes you play smart. Even a sport like football, yes, you must plan. Tactically. Tactic is very, very important. That is where you play smart. That's where you work smart. So those are 7 P's. And you have not invested in passive income stream, then that is risky. Okay. Because job comes and goes.
Yes, sure.
Tomorrow you could be, and we have seen many people who earn high incomes, wait until, for one reason or the other, they stopped working. Stop working. We say the poorest person on earth is not a person without money or capital. It's one who doesn't have a dream.
Okay.
That this wealth is not yours. You're managing on behalf of God. And therefore, you should use the right principles and values to create wealth and manage wealth.
All right.
Welcome back. Water, Sanitation and Irrigation Cabinet Secretary Engineer Eric Muga has unveiled a 63.7 billion shillings 5-year strategic plan aimed at improving water and sanitation access in the northern countries. The strategic plan, covering 2024 to 2028, targets Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Isiolo and Samburu. Key projects include the construction of 346 water ponds, the Rahul Canal for flood control, and the drilling of 400 boreholes with 100 solar-powered and 6 wind-powered. CS Muga urged collaboration between water agencies, county governments, and development partners to meet the targets, emphasizing the need for accountability. Water PS Julius Korir echoed the need for sustainable investments, citing past failures with short-term projects.
The Ministry of Water has only one agenda, which is to provide, being a constitutional right, to provide access kwa maji to all Kenyans, irrespective of where you come from, irrespective of your geographical position, and irrespective of the clan, tribe, county. As long as you're Kenyan, it is your constitutional right. As a ministry, we do not serve discriminatorily. As a ministry, we have a responsibility to engage stakeholders at all levels. This is the region with most non-governmental organizations doing projects. CEO, confirm? How many development partners and NGOs do we have in this room? And the board, led by the chair, and the CEO, and the county government must work in sync for us to achieve the goal.
The youth have been warned against harmful practices such as excessive alcohol use and violence, which could damage their future and physical appearance. Through a unique campaign by youth group Lipa Likes and Quickmart Supermarket, pool tournaments are being used to educate young people on making positive life changes. The games, played informally to encourage participation, offer prizes and aim to raise awareness rather than promote competition. A major youth festival is also set for Saturday in Nairobi, bringing together organizations focused on talent development, leadership training, and addressing rising cases of gender-based violence.
As Quickmart, we are excited about this program because it engages the youth directly. We are passionate about the youth. We've said the average age for a Quickmart staff is 22 years. And so it says we understand the youth, we understand their plight, we've heard them. As we go around the country, not just Roysambu, next week we'll be in Eastland, so keep an eye out for that. We will have empowerment programs while there. We want to speak to the youth, we want to hear from you. More than that, we are looking for talent as Quickmart. We want our next brand ambassador to be one of the youth. Yeah? Are you a good dancer? Are you a good rapper? Are you good at painting? As Quickmart, come and speak to us and we'll give you opportunity to use this talent effectively. More than that, we have a youth program called Kilimo Shuleni in Kajiado, where we are at Ildamat Boys. So these are boys that we are teaching how to farm, formerly pastoralists. And this produce that they farm, we collect it as Quickmart, we sell it free of charge, and the money goes back as bursaries for the Maasai boys. So it's something that the youth are very close to our heart as Quickmart. And so crack it, good job. This is a nice way to have the youth excited and engaged. Yes.
Civil society organizations and development stakeholders have expressed concern over Bungoma County's 2025-2026 budget, stating it fails to meet the need for ordinary citizens and could undermine essential service delivery. At a meeting held in the County Assembly Hall, the county's treasury reports revealed outstanding debts totaling approximately 3.8 billion shillings since March. This has reduced the county's capacity to invest in development. Stakeholders also highlighted that key departments such as health have received no allocations for critical programs. Concerns were also raised about the county's ability to raise local revenue, with an estimated collection of only 670 million shillings, far below its potential of over 2.5 billion shillings, with losses attributed to administrative gaps and revenue theft. Stakeholders have called for a review of the budget with collaboration between the county treasury and assembly to close loopholes, ensure equitable allocation, and enable meaningful development for the people of Bungoma.
Kitu ya kwanza ile nimeona katika hiyo budget, unaona ya kwamba bending bills katika hii budget ni kuanzia mwezi wa 3 kufika mpaka saizi kutoka kwa treasury. The report from the treasury inasema ya kwamba we have bending bills of 3.8 billion shillings. 3.8 billion shillings. Our recurrent expenditure in Bungoma County, our recurrent is 9.2 billion shillings. Sasa tukiwa na budget ya 15.8 billion shillings, you will see that ukitoa ndani bending bills of 3 billion, kulipa bending bills, na utoe ndani kutoka kwa 9.2 billion shillings from 15.8, unabaki na 6.2 billion shillings. So ukitoa bending bills of 3 billion shillings, unaona ya kwamba development will only be 3 billion shillings. So we are saying ya kwamba the treasury of Bungoma County and the county assembly should harmonize these things ili all these departments sipate kupata pesa na watu waanze, wananchi wa Kenya, wananchi wa Bungoma wapate development.
In business, Safaricom has unveiled a new nationwide campaign dubbed Maisha Poa ni Digital, aimed at accelerating digital inclusion by enabling more Kenyans to transform from 2G feature phones to affordable 4G smartphones. The campaign seeks to empower millions of Kenyans, particularly those in rural and peri-urban communities, by giving them access to affordable entry-level 4G plus smartphones. Over the past few years, the telco has been expanding its 4G network to reach over 97% of Kenya's population, while also investing in initiatives that support smartphone penetration and digital literacy.
Na tulijulishwa ya kuwa kuna mazawadi wataletea watu wanatumia Safaricom. Nilikuwa na hii kaduda. Sasa hii kuna customer anaweza nipigia simu. Naenda supermarket, piga WhatsApp nitumie nione kama ni hiyo. Sikuwa naweza, lakini kwa sababu nipata hii nitakuwa napiga picha naonyesha customer hii ndio kenye unataka, tukielewana nitapata kazi kupata hii simu.
So Maisha Poa ni Digital is an initiative or a campaign, so to speak, that we want to bring in digital inclusion, basically. Digital inclusion is a right. You get it? We need to be able to include more and more people into the digital space, because what happens today, the world is a global place, and the best way to communicate is a phone.
But when we looked at our base, we found that we have 12 million customers who have never accessed the internet. And when we went around to ask our customers, why is it that they're not getting a smartphone? They gave us two specific reasons. One, they didn't see the reason why. So in this campaign, we are educating our customers as to why it is important to be online. The second thing is, for some of them, they told us, and for most of them, they told us that affordability is a challenge. So at Safaricom, we went into the market and said, how can we solve the affordability issue? And we solved it in a couple of ways. 3 ways I would mention now. One, we actually came into a partnership and set up a factory at EDAC, where we are actually producing the cheapest 4G device in the country. We currently have 2 variants, the Neon Smarter and the Neon Ultra. Both of them deliver the cheapest 4G smartphone in the country. The Smarter goes currently for 54.99 and the Ultra goes for 8,999, making it more affordable for our customers to reach it.
KCB Foundation has partnered with Nyamira County to jointly contribute 30 million shillings to roll out the KCB Foundation to Jiajiri Vocational Youth Skilling Program, which seeks to technically equip the youth and create direct and indirect employment opportunities through self-employment and enterprise development. I beg your pardon. The deal will also see KCB Foundation and the county provide support to the micro, small and medium enterprises MSMEs to access financing through a fund management proposal to the tune of 100 million shillings. Furthermore, the partnership will offer diaspora banking services to Nyamira County citizens living abroad.
We have decided to put aside resources for SMEs. It's because we realize there is a lot of unemployment. We have several youth polytechnics, and I believe SME program coupled with the Tuchiachiri will together reduce unemployment. We want people with good technical courses. We want people who can start their own businesses and they grow from there.
Today, what it is a formalization of what has been happening in the past years, and it's really set to unlock quite a few things in terms of supporting young people in vocational training. As we said, we are both committing 15 million each, and we also want to support MSMEs that are primarily youth-led as well as female-led. So those are the sorts of ambitions that we have for Nyamira County. It is really cementing a long-standing relationship and partnership with Nyamira County.
Planning is very key. Planning makes you play smart. Even a sport like football, you must play, plan.
Tactically.
Tactic is very, very important. That is where you play smart. That's where you work smart. So those are 7 Ps. And you have not invested in passive income stream, then that is risky. Because job comes and goes.
Yes, sure.
Tomorrow you could be, and we have seen many people who earn high incomes, wait until, for one reason or the other, they stopped working. They stop working. We say the poorest person on earth is not a person without money or capital. It's one who doesn't have a dream. That this world is not yours. You're managing on behalf of God. And therefore, you should use the right principles and values to create wealth and manage wealth.
All right.
Join us this Sunday on Hope TV for the live service from Sitam Valley Road, airing from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Reverend Jesse Mwai will be ministering the word on the powerful topic, Broken in His Hand. Watch the service live on Go TV channel 27, Zuku Cable channel 873, Signet channel 817, YouTube on Hope TV Kenya YouTube channel, Facebook on Hope TV Kenya Facebook page, or stream directly at hopemediakenya.org/Hope TV Live. Don't miss this impactful time of worship and the word.
Now in sports, the soccer community in Embu County is calling on Football Kenya Federation (FKF) to intervene over poor leadership by the local branch office. Led by Chair Harrison Gitonga, the office took charge last November, pledging to support grassroots talent. However, players, coaches, referees and team managers now accuse the office of failing to honor key promises, including payment of officiating fees. County League matches have been halted for 5 weeks, with referees downing their tools over unpaid dues. Team managers warn that without swift action, football in the region faces collapse.
Nimenyamaza kwa muda, maana ofisi yangu iliingiliwa, na nikasema wacha niwapatie muda nione watafanya namna gani. Lakini nimefika mwisho kwa sababu kilio cha marefali kimenisukuma mpaka nione ya kwamba lazima nipige virimbi ili watu ofisi yetu FKF iweze kuunja hapa Embu na ijue nini kinaendelea. If it is not that, wacha tupate ofisi nyingine ambao itaendesha mpira hapa Embu. Sio lazima niwe chairman wa marefali. Wanaweza kuja na wachague mwingine aendelee, lakini ni vizuri tuwe na usawa na game iweze kupigika ama tuweze kucheza game kwa usawa hapa Embu.
Embu kuna talents mingi sana. Kuna vijana tumekuza hapa 3K, kuna vijana wametoka tu hapa chini kwa county league. Lakini wanapanda hapo sasa, hii 3K watatoa watu wapi? Wanategemea kutoka hapa chini waende juu. Sasa next league tunatarajia 3K wasiende players huko Busia ama wapi, wapate players hapa. Lakini bado wataendea huko Nyanza na Western kwa sababu hapa hakuna county league na sub county, ndio wanatoka sub county wanakuja county league.
FKF president tunataka uingilie hii issue ya ligi ya Embu, ndio ligi ya Embu iweze kuendelea juu sasa imesimama na ofisi ifuatilie na pando levalia wanja lipo, so tunataka uingilie kati ndio tuweze kucheza. Vile chairman alisema akianza league, alisema kwa manifesto yake yeye atalipa ligi yote, atalipia malevali ligi yote. So team tunaumia tuko na wiki 5 hatujacheza, uwanja hata zimemea nyazi, hata ukiangalia hii uwanja iko hapa yenye tunachezea saa hii, imemea nyazi, hatusaidiki, vijana hata wanaweza potelea kwa pombe.
Coast Governor Wavinya Ndeti today hosted AFTV founder Robbie Lyle at her office, calling the visit a symbol of hope and inspiration for the county's youth, especially aspiring footballers. Governor Wavinya reaffirmed her administration's commitment to talent development, announcing that this year's Governor's Cup will be the largest yet, with over 650 teams expected to participate. Robbie Lyle thanked the governor for the warm welcome and pledged to partner with the county to empower young people through football.
Because as I stand here, you have youth players whom you have guided, and now they are on their way to international stage, specifically Brazil.
Your presence here means more than just a visit. It represents hope, inspiration, and the power of sports to transform lives. You have shown the world that passion can become purpose, and that football isn't just a game. It's a bridge between generations, communities, nations, and continents. In Machakos County, we believe in giving our youth every opportunity to achieve their dreams and even take them to greater heights.
As you said, it was like a one-man band at the start, and now it has turned into something global. But that's not something that anybody here or anybody in this region can't do. And we want to be able to help people to realize that through this partnership. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. I feel that, I was saying earlier, that my daughter's name is called Kenya. So it seems like only natural that I should be here in Kenya, yeah, and that I should be partnering with your great initiative. So thank you very much for hosting us. Thank you very much.
And now on today's conundrum, we take a look at the honorable legislator, which is known as the Member of Parliament. Is it not so honorable anymore? Now, the brutal assassination of Kasipul Member of Parliament Charles Ong'ondo Were is still fresh in the minds of Kenyans. The soil on his grave is barely dry, yet the nation finds itself grappling with a disturbing wave of political-linked violence. In a span of days, 2 more high-profile incidents have sent shockwaves across the country, raising urgent questions about security, political stability, and the government's response to threats against elected leaders. Earlier this week, Homa Bay Deputy Governor, that is Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, narrowly escaped an apparent assassination attempt when his vehicle was sprayed with bullets just 300 meters from his home in Oyugis. Fortunately, he was not in the vehicle at the time. Then came today's disturbing revelation by Mumias East Member of Parliament Peter Salasia, who alleged that he was abducted and assaulted by armed individuals posing as DCI officers while on the Isiolo-Nanyuki highway. These attacks paint a chilling picture of either a rising trend in political violence or a system under strain failing to guarantee the safety of its leaders. While motives behind each incident is not yet known and remains unclear, and investigations are underway, the common denominator is the alarming frequency and boldness of these attacks. The elected officials can be targeted so openly raises serious doubts about the country's internal security mechanisms. The assassination of Member of Parliament Were, reportedly linked to the Mujahideen criminal gang, appears to be more than an isolated criminal act. It seems to signal a deeper rot, possibly a combination of political rivalries, criminal infiltration, and the breakdown of law enforcement accountability. When suspects linked to violent crime can roam freely, and when gunmen can fire at a deputy governor's vehicle or abduct a sitting member of parliament in broad daylight, what does it say about the country's security apparatus? Who is truly in control? What is even more unsettling is the silence or vagueness surrounding the government's countermeasures. While police have denied involvement in Salassia's abduction and promised investigations, such assurances offer little comfort without tangible action or arrests. The country needs more than statements. It needs transparency, justice, and systemic reform. This moment demands the government's rise above political divisions and prioritize the safety of all its citizens, especially public servants who remain exposed and vulnerable. The Ministry of Interior must clarify whether these incidents are coordinated or coincidental and what steps are being taken to protect elected leaders across the political divide. The attacks may be symptomatic of deeper issues such as power struggles playing out violently. Whatever the cause, the government must act swiftly and decisively, not just to prevent further bloodshed, but to restore public confidence in the state's ability to protect its own. If left unchecked, this wave of violence risks setting a dangerous precedent, one where bullets replace ballots and fear replaces freedom. That is a future that Kenya cannot afford. Every Kenyan deserves to be protected when legislators are being shot at randomly, with some being fatal. How safe is the ordinary Kenyan who does not have personal security? Then again, the Holy Bible says that the wicked run when no one is chasing them. Could it be that the politicians' wicked actions are catching up with them? The Holy Book also says, as the bird by wandering, as the swallow by flying, so the curse causeless shall not come. And that is today's conundrum. And today's conundrum concludes Newswatch tonight on behalf of the whole team. Thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Have a good night.